It became known that the police officers figuring in the case of the oppositionist Aydos Sadykhov as suspects will not be punished. Sadykhov had assisted the oil workers in organization of strikes in Aktobe and shortly after was charged with hooliganism and sentenced to 2 years of imprisonment. Oppositionists claimed he was beaten up by the police during arrest. It took almost 3 months for the local Internal Affairs Department to conduct the official investigation. The Internal Security Office of the department has released the following statement, quote, "Upon the completion of the pre-trial investigation, it was decided to decline the instigation of criminal case," end quote.
Investigators have not established components of crime in the police officer's actions. The investigation suggests Sadykhov had beaten himself up. In the meantime, the trauma was confirmed by the forensic examination and ambulance doctors argue on the opposite version. Interestingly, the claim filed by Aydos Sadykhov contains detailed description of how Lieutenant Shukanov and Sergeants Karabekov and Mukashov had beaten him up. However, neither prosecution nor the court had considered these facts during the trial. Instead, Sadykhov was charged with hooliganism followed by obstructing the officer. As a result, the oppositionist was sentenced to 2 years of imprisonment by the Aktobe City Court. As far as I'm concerned, the mentioned pre-trial investigation was conducted formally as there was no interrogation of witnesses. Moreover, I was at the incident site right after it happened and I wasn't also interrogated as a witness.
The dismissed workers of the Aktobe Munaygas have met with the EU Parliament members in Almaty last weekend. 3 employees of the CNPC Aktobe Munaygas who participated in the strike were fired recently, while the strike was admitted illegitimate by the court. It appeared that the Labour and Social Security Minister knew nothing about the scandalous case.
I've not unsealed the envelope. This is probably my workbook which was sent on September 1st. I've not sealed it on purpose. I will do it now. Here you go. This is my workbook. Here is the order of dismissal. After the meeting, Joe Higgins was outraged by the actions of the CNPC Aktobe Munaygas company and promised that this story will be told in Europe. It turned out to be easier to deal with foreign investors than Kazakh authorities. It appeared that Labour and Social Security Minister was not in course of the dismissal at all. We have a special inspection. If it is located in Aktobe region, then the corresponding order will be sent there to the state inspection.
The Trade Unions Federation organized a rally in Astana during which no demands were voiced. Instead, the organization had proposed a list of recommendations to the authorities.
The trade unions will highly appreciate the anticipated wage increase in Kazakhstan. No one would ever protest if it will reach the average European wage level. Moreover, say the trade union members, when the new legislation will be in force, which supposedly would decrease the unemployment rate and make the labor more safe, then no one would ever oppose such initiative. The slogan of the trade unions call for organizations to unite over the laborers' rights and social fairness. The latter is actually perceived by the trade union activists as stating the reality of modern Kazakhstan. All our activities are done in line with the law. We conduct peaceful events and we do not conduct explanatory works amongst workers. Our demands are all fulfilled at the moment. We believe in social fairness is a real thing in our country. In any case, it seems a long way to achieve the unity of trade unions. Pro-governmental unions disapprove the strikes, hunger strikers or any other radical protest actions of workers. They refer to the latest strike in Aktobe as a sample when those kinds of events end badly. As a result of the strike in the mentioned city, miners who were absent at workplace during the strike were dismissed. Those were the members of the independent trade unions which had reported on labor code violations many times. The Trade Unions Federation representatives blamed the workers for all the consequences of their actions. Have you ever heard of places with pay pauses and regular labor rights violations and places where trade unions function in? In Atarau, many workers left us and went off to some suspicious movements, but later rejoined us. Many joined us back in Atarau and Aktau.
This is all for now. Thank you for watching us. See you tomorrow.